Today, we are blessed to present an insightful conference entitled 1 Year King on Between Master and Disciples, held in English on December 12, 2021.
Trời ươm nắng cho mây hồng, mây qua mau em nghiêng sầu, còn mưa xuống như hôm nào em đến thăm, mây âm thầm mang gió lên.
So finally I thought I have to read the Jewish book.
Yes, Master.
Now, this story is called 1 Year King. A long time ago, long time ago, there was a person who was very rich and very generous. I forgot. My eyeglasses, magic eyeglasses. Wow, aren't we lucky nowadays that we even have eyeglasses to read, yeah?
Yes, Master.
In the ancient times, in my age, maybe I could read no more. My grandma, when she was my age, I always had to read stories for her, books for her that she liked, yeah? She could not read. She didn't have the glasses. A long time ago, there was a person who was very rich and very generous. He had a slave who was very loyal to him. And in return, this rich man was also very loving and kind to him. So kind, so loving to him, to the extent that he was thinking, calculating that, why don't I make him a different slave than any other slave, so that his life will never be in need anymore from today. No more hardship anymore from today. He thought, and then he did. He returned freedom to him. And then he also gave him many goods to sell in the other country. Yeah. And then he even rented a big ship for him so that he can go to the foreign land to sell all this merchandise that he has gifted to him. Wow. What a nice owner, huh?
Yes.
Nice owner. The best is that we don't have slaves anymore. Yeah, but at least this guy is very nice, huh?
Oh, yes, Master.
And then he even said, best wishes to you, all peace and good and love, and God will be with you. Wow. Good wish, huh?
Yes, Master.
And then the slave bowed and prostrated in front of his old owner, and then went onto the ship to go away. While he was still on the ship, on the ocean, suddenly from the north, a big wind built up into a storm, and then it blew the ship, of course, and then into the shore, where there are a lot of sharp stones. And then, of course, the ship became broken into 1,000 pieces. All the sailors are dead, drowned and died. Only him, the slave, was still alive. By the grace of God, he grabs onto a piece of wood. And then this wood has been, the wave. Oh my God, how can I even forget English now? The wave pushed that piece of wood onto a wide island. All the goods, all the merchandise drowned together with all the other people into the depths of the sea. And then he alone just lay there all by himself on top of the sand shore, many days, many nights, until his bruised and almost broken body slowly regained consciousness. After he became strong again, he saw himself in a dire, hopeless situation, trying hard to survive he began walking, and then suddenly he saw a path, a worn path, meaning somebody has been working on it. So he was so happy. He saw some human footprints. Wow, wouldn't you be happy?
Yes, definitely.
In such a desperate situation, he even saw human footprints. Okay, so he followed these footprints one day and one night, and then suddenly he saw a citadel a little far away. When he almost got there, he was very surprised to see all the people from that city run out to welcome him. And all the leaders, all the governors and mayors of all the cities keep calling everybody to come. Hear you. Look here. Please look. Our king has arrived. God has sent us a king.
Oh, wow.
So everybody was so happy and kneel down and clap hands in the air or whatever, keep saying, "Long live the king! Long live the king! Long live the king!" Wow. And then this slave was carried all the way to a very, very glorious palace.
Oh.
Have you read this story?
No,
So you don't sound surprised to me. Even I'm surprised, even though I read it already. I forgot, now I'm surprised. Truly, I don't remember anything. I read it before, 2 years ago, when the pandemic began or something. When I first began the retreat, I had some time to read because I had nothing else. No television, nothing at that time. In retreat, I am not supposed to watch TV or anything. Even at that time, I didn't even have the news, nothing. So I read the books. I would prepare. I thought one day I'll come out and read to everyone. And then I forgot already what it is like. Surprise! And then they clean him up and then put the shining purple clothes on him, dress him with purple clothes, royal robe, and then put a crown on top of his head, and then put him on a gold throne. Yeah. He was perplexed. As he sat down. He just sat down and was still perplexed. He saw many of the mayors of the cities and the chief of those tribes and many other people who all came to him one by one and swore loyalty to him. Just like servants are loyal to their owner. Seeing all this glorious honor for him, the new king used his hand to rub his eyes to see whether or not he's looking correctly. And then he was thinking to himself, I think I'm sleeping. I think I'm dreaming. It's only a dream. It's only a dream. But day after day, he is still the king of that land. And many rituals and many courtesy and all kinds of arrangements for kings still continue.
Oh.
So he knew that he is a king, really. Yeah. But he's still questioning himself. What have I done that I would merit this kind of position? This must be some kind of trial, testing. That's what he was thinking. But the king, well, he's a king. He called his prime minister to come and ask him, would you please tell me, what is it about me that you and many leaders and all your citizens here make me a king? And then how long will I be able to reign this way? The prime minister told him, Your Majesty, I also don't think there is any trouble if I should tell you all the truth. Because the God that takes care of this land has always prayed very hard to ask God to grant us every year one new king. So God has listened to our prayers. Thus every year, every 12 months, has sent us one like you. Whenever that person arrives, all of us, from officials to the normal citizens, we will run out and welcome him, as you have witnessed. And then this person would be treated with all kinds of royalty, and then make him king. That's simple. But this king will be able to reign only 1 year. After 1 year, he will be driven out of the royal palace.
Oh.
All his royal clothes will be stripped from him. And then he will be given rags to wear,
Oh.
and then given to the army.
Oh.
And then the soldiers will bring him to the shore of the sea, put him on a boat, and take him to a wild island to be exiled there. And then it continues like that.
Người ngồi xuống xin mưa đầy trên hai tay cơn đau dài. Người nằm xuống nghe tiếng ru, cuộc đời đó có bao lâu mà hững hờ. Cuộc đời đó có bao lâu mà The world is a circle without a beginning, and nobody knows where it really ends. Everything depends on where you are in the circle without a beginning. Nobody knows where the circle ends.
So yesterday he was a king, but today he will never find any friend. Even the lowest level in our country, like servants and all that, no one will be with him in this hour of need. I should have talked to you a few days ago when I was having inspiration to do so, but it was too busy, you know. I was too busy, too much work to do. Today I saw not a lot of work, so I immediately called you before it's too late again. Yeah. And maybe today is my low day. Too much work those days, or today, even if I want to try, it's different timing already. Yeah.
Yes,
Already too much physical and mental power has been spent. It's good that I still have a good mood at least. I'm not beginning to yell at you or anything. You counted as lucky. Wow. Yesterday he was a glorious, dignified king, and today he became a beggar and exiled to an island, a wild island, uninhabited island. Then he has fallen into terrible suffering and dire need situation. No one even care about him. And the same people and citizens 1 year ago had welcomed him and put him onto the golden throne. And now they are too busy running out to welcome another one and to make another one their king, the one that God has sent to them every year. Your Majesty, this is the custom of our country. We don't remember since when it has begun, but we know for sure that it cannot be changed. After hearing this, the king said to his prime minister, hearing you and your attitude, I feel like you are a very loving, caring person. So, taking this opportunity, I ask you, where are those kings before me? Please tell me whether or not those kings before me, when they were still on the king's throne, did they ever know the final situation of their life or not? So the Prime Minister said, everyone knew, all of them knew, but because they were so satisfied, so contented with their present situation, the glory, the comfort, make them blind about their future situation. So nobody ever thought of anything about their final days.
Right.
Oh, the king became quiet, sort of pensive, and then he is completely awakened. So he said to his prime minister, okay, in that case, I cannot waste precious time. When I am still able to do something for myself, for my future, I have to do all my best. No? So the king continued talking, saying to his prime minister, because you have told me everything in truthfulness, so I can rely on you and ask you, what should I do in order to save myself from that terrible fate awaiting me in the future? So the prime minister said to him, Your Majesty, you should remember well that you came here with 2 empty hands, and then you will have to go with 2 hands empty, and you can never come back. But there is one thing you could do in order to avoid that situation. Now, if you want to listen to my advice, you should dispatch your trusted people. They should go to the wild island, the remote island where they are going to bring you, and tell them to build, many storages with a lot of food and whatever things that you think you will need. Build also the house. Please remember that you will not find anything else except whatever you have arranged beforehand for yourself on that remote island. Oh, the king immediately agreed to that advice. And then he dispatched his trusted people to go to the remote island. And over there, they build houses with interior decoration. They planted vegetables and trees, fruit trees and all that. And then after they transformed that wide, remote area into a very nice, good residential place with all kinds of food and necessities. And fruit tree as well, yes, of course. So when it's almost time for the king to leave his kingdom, the king said to his prime minister, oh, I am so longing, desiring for my king days to end so that I can go to the exiled area of the wild island that I have built for myself. Nice, eh?
Yes.
Oh, nice. Yes. Remind me to tell you how I feel.
Okay,
Remind me
Master.
when I'm finished, yeah?
Yes.
Yes, Master.
And then at the end, finally, 1 year has gone by. So he has been kicked out of his throne, of his royal palace, stripped off all of the royal clothing, and been given worn-out rags to wear, and then forced onto a boat to go toward the wild, remote island. But the king was very happy. Yeah, even though he's not on the gold throne anymore, but he was a slave as well as a king. Yeah, he went there with a very contented attitude and happy days for him. He lived there happily ever after. Or alone even, yes. This story has been told by the great Rabbi Nachman in Horodenka. Horodenka is a city in Ivano-Frankivsk Oblast in the western Ukraine. This story originally came from a book that has been published in Poland, Warsaw, in the beginning of the 20th century. There are many other similar stories in the Jewish and non-Jewish community.
Yes, Master.
End of story.
Thank you.
Now you know what it means, the story. It's a parable, right?
Yes,
Master.
Just like we are from heaven, and then we came slaving into this world 8, 10, 12 hours a day just for a few bunches of dollars, okay?
Yes, Master.
Then we are not even preparing for the day when we should leave this world.
Yes, Master.
So this is a story that reminds us that there is not just this world that exists. We will leave it. No matter how rich we are, we will leave. Because we've been toiling all our lifetime just to earn our comfort living or richness. But then we will have to leave it with nothing and alone.
Yes, Master.
And don't even know what fate awaits us. So this story is so simple, but I thought it's okay. I just happened to open and it's right in front of my eyes, so I read it. Because if I keep looking again, and just like the other book, Fightings, I forgot already what is what. Like that. So the practitioners of Kuan method, they prepared for their future. More lucky than the king. They could even see where they will be. Well, some of them. Not all of our group members can see where they will be beforehand, but some can. All right?
Yes, Master.
So how do we prepare for the day we live our luxury or comfort life? We have to prepare, like virtues, moral, practicing the connection with heaven. Then we will go there and we will have everything. Actually, it's not for the highest kingdom, not for the highest heaven, but still you need to prepare.
Yes, Master.
And just because you think you're small, and doesn't mean you're just small at all. This time you want la 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 la. To someone else you are big. Đêm ơi sao chưa ngủ, đêm khuya buồn nhớ ai, chăn màn sao u dụ, tình như là đá phai.
Like there's another similar story, like one guy who went up to heaven and then he's given a nice place to stay, but when he's hungry, he found nothing to eat, nothing to drink. So he went and asked the governing saints how to find food to eat and drink. The governing saint have to look into the book of his life and he say, when you were alive, did you give anybody anything when they need it, when they ask for it? They say no. Did you offer somebody a drink when they're thirsty and ask for it? No. So the saints say, well, then you have nothing here. Yeah, you will only have what you have given others. Then the essence of it will be stored in your house, in heaven for you. Since you gave nothing, everything you use is just for yourself, then it dies with you. Nothing's left over for you here. Oh, so the newly heavenly born was so scared. He said, oh, please, can I do anything about it? Oh, the saints say, not now, it's too late. So he begged the saints, said, please, please, give me a few more weeks and I'll come back. And I'll come back after I give everything that I still can give in the physical world, and then I can come back. So the saint feels sorry for him. I'll let him go back home, the earthly home, and then he give everything, whatever he has, and give poor people food, give homeless people somewhere to stay, give good drink, good medicine, everything, whatever he could, he give. And then he even told all his friends and relatives the story, so they should do the same before it's too late. Similar story, hey?
Yes,
But this is even for such a simple heaven. For the higher heaven, you can't just bribe like that. For higher heaven, you have to use a connection with that heaven, like the melodies and the light. These are the connections with the higher heaven.
Yes, Master.
You must walk with them in order to reach the best place you can find. Or at least before the best place, there's some higher place to rest and to continue the journey. If you're lucky enough to have a master while you're alive, over there, see, he will continue to teach you until you reach higher and higher and higher. Highest possible heaven.
Yes, Master. Yes, Master.
Timbuktu land is very good. Good enough already. No need to go further. People who went to even the Astro City, the second level, third level, fourth level, fifth level, etc. They're very, very contented already. Do you understand me?
Yes, Master.
These are the extra bodies, extra celestial bodies that have been built by the merit of some saints, some great masters, for their followers and for the virtuous ones. Not too virtuous, but somebody pray for you, you may go to the Astro City heaven.
Yes,
That's the first level. And then between second level and third level, there's other plans of consciousness. And you can go there if you have more merit. But not the normal second level. This is extra, just like extra Astro City.
Yes, Master.
It's built by the merit and vows, great vows of something in the past. They built it so you can pass through. So the 5 holy names that's passed on to you, these are from the great masters from the past. Nevertheless, they also sometimes dispatch someone to take care. The great masters don't necessarily reside there anymore. They come and go. If they want to, they can come back and teach the people who have affinity with them. Otherwise, their subordinates, their assistants can do the job. They don't have to reside there, even if they built it.
Yes, Master.
But the real Brahman, he is the creator of the physical domain. It's a different one.
Yes, Master.
Different than the holy names that you have been taught at the time of initiation. Capish?
Yes, Master.
Oh, quiet. Really, you understand?
Yes, we understand, Master.
Okay, good. So now you know. That's why all the devils bow to the 5 holy names. They are the kings of these worlds, of these built by merit worlds. Okay? Good luck.
Yes, Master.
Ordinary people will just go to the ordinary astral level
Yes.
Mm.
unless they have somebody, like if their mother, sister, brother was enlightened when they were alive and they have connection and somebody pray for them also. Then they can go to a special astral city or second level city or third level. Between, yeah?
Yes, Master.
Between the physical creation, there are extra celestial bodies built simply by the merit and power of some past masters.
Yes,
Master.
And these are the planes that humans with the Guanyin method can pass through, or the relatives
Yes, Master.
have connection with the master, or the relatives who practice the Guanyin method. And even not just after they die, in this physical world, they will also be protected to some degree by the merit of their relatives or family members connected with an enlightened master.
Yes,
Master.
The greater the master, the higher they will go, the more protection. But they also must meditate and keep the precepts and eat vegan and all that.
Yes,
Master.
Then it is easier for the master to help their relatives and friends.
Yes.
It's quicker. Otherwise, it takes longer, or it might not happen. If the person who is connected with the disciples of a master is doing a great sin, then they also cannot be spared, like during pandemic or hell sentence.
Yes, Master.
Remember one of the foremost disciples of the Buddha,
Yes.
Maudgalyana,
Yes.
his mother committed the great sin, cheating the Buddha's monks and make them eat meat.
Yes, Master.
So it's not because you are initiated by a great master, then your relatives or friends automatically go to heaven. No. Can do if they just don't do any great sin.
Yes, Master.
Small sin may be easy to wipe out, but great sin cannot.
Yes.
Mm.
The Buddha listed many sins that cannot even be repented and saved, like killing the Buddha, killing parents, or killing unborn babies.
Yes.
Mm.
Yes, Master.
This, even if the person who committed it were to repent, it cannot be saved. You see that?
Wow.
Yes,
Wow.
Master.
Yeah.
That's terrible. So many people who do not study Buddhism, they don't understand the consequences of their actions. Buddhism is more extensive.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Buddha lived long and he explained many things. So all religions teach good things, but it depends on how wide, how broad, how extensive the teaching of that master. The people will understand more. But even the Buddhists, they don't understand all this. They don't research into all the sutras to know more.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
All they do is just go to any monk and say they take refuge in them, even if the monk doesn't have any merit. Then they make donations and then put some apple on the altar of the Buddha and take back the apple home to eat for blessing.
Yeah.
That's all they know.
Right.
Mm.
And they do many other bad things. Well, it's minimized, of course, because of the Buddhist teachings.
Mm.
They would think twice, or they would repent, or they would do something to stop their bad deeds, or to cover it, or redeem it. Some can be redeemable, but not without a living master. The living master is your best refuge. The past master can also help you to some certain extent,
Mm.
Mm.
but cannot lead you to enlightenment. Not so quickly, not so easily.
Yes, Master.
Can teach you something, can appear to you sometimes, help you in times of trouble, if you're sincere and you have some affinity, but not enlightenment. You need a living master.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Electricity needs a living, functioning electric pole, electric cable to connect.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Okay. Any questions from the story?
No.
No, Master.
You all sleepy?
No, Master.
One question.
No, Master.
No, so we go sleep now.
Anything else?
Master, you said remind me to tell you how I feel stuff.
Oh, yeah. When was that then? When did I tell you that?
You said that earlier when you were.
Yeah, but what connection?
During the story, when
The
king
slave
was
become the
preparing-
king. The Esco Island.
when they knew that they were going to be exiled to the island, and they knew that there was a good place waiting for them.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah. That's, sometimes I'm homesick.
Yes.
Just like that. I feel that way too. Because this is just a temporary kingdom.
Right. Master.
Right.
Whatever you have, it's just temporary. And later you live with nothing. You have nothing on your body. Oh, maybe you wear some clothes where you put some lipstick on, but do you care about that? If you have to go to hell?
No, Master.
Yes.
No matter how much makeup you put on your face, or how beautiful, expensive clothes they put on your body, you don't know where you're going. Because it's a wild island, just like in the story. It's something that you never knew before. You don't even know what hell looks like. You heard many masters say it, but you cannot imagine how much suffering, how painful to live there. Like the wild island, just put you there without anything.
Yes, Master.
Not even clothes, just rags, and then no food, nothing, just leave you there to die.
Yeah.
Die in agony. So many people do not prepare for the afterlife. Yeah, I understand that feeling. But that is too far-fetched. We don't even talk about that. Someday I have to prove some of the cinema scenes that you want to air.
Yes, Master.
And one day you gave me the cartoon,
Mm-hmm.
the film called Heidi.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Some cartoons I did not approve because there's some meat and stuff in it.
Yes, Master.
Some killing of worms, people and snails, people. I did not want children to learn from it, to think that it's nothing, that it's okay to do.
Yes,
Right,
Master.
Master. Yeah.
Because children, they love cartoons.
Yes.
So it gives them that impression that to kill the earthworm people and snail people is okay. I did not allow that. So we air another film.
Yes, Master.
While watching it, even without these parts, the film was very, very interesting.
Mm.
It makes me feel very nostalgic about a simple life.
cho đêm thôi trăng trở, cho ngày thôi không dài, cho đời vui rực rỡ, cho tình hoài không phai. Have you ever dreamed of a place far away from it all, where the air you breathe is soft and clean, children play fields of green, where the sounds of guns never pound your dreams.
Like when I was in India, yeah,
Yes,
I
Master.
didn't have luxurious food except chapati, cucumber, and peanut butter. Now and then one samosa. Remember? Yeah?
Yes, Master.
But it was a carefree life.
Mm.
I don't remember when I live a better life than that, ever.
All right.
Mm.
And I feel so sad. I just want to live that kind of life again.
Yeah.
Or anywhere else with carefree, yeah?
Mhm.
Carefree
Yes.
life,
Yes,
even
yes.
though simple and not luxurious or anything, but so carefree, so happy. Nothing I wanted. Oh, samosa more, but that is not a big deal, you know. I can control.
Yes.
What I mean is such a life is so wonderful. Like the life that Heidi has with her grandpa.
Yes.
Yeah, very simple life. I like that simplicity, carefree, and far away from it all.
Mm.
I was so sad for a while, a couple of days, but then I'm too busy to continue thinking. Otherwise, if I had a choice, that's the choice that I will make.
Mm.
In the physical realm.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
That's for my physical, personal enjoyment and happiness.
Mm.
But I won't choose that. But not yet. Anyway, because I have another kind of choice. The choice for others, for more people, for more beings to be happy.
Yes.
Mhm.
Even though it makes me happy, but it makes me sad also at the same time.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Makes me happy to serve, to make other people happy, but it makes me also sad. Like I'm so limited. I can't live the way I want.
Yes, Master.
Not so carefree like when I was in the Himalayas with
Mm.
very little money, 2 pairs of Punjab
Mhm.
clothing and not much else.
Mm.
A sleeping bag, of course, that's all.
Mm.
But I was so happy. Very, very happy. I don't remember ever being so happy like that.
Mm.
When I was married, when I had a good job, when I had good food or anything, a good house, nothing. Nothing compared to that.
Mm.
Mm.
Nothing ever compared to that. And so when I watched that film, you know, Simple Life again,
Mhm.
oh, I felt so sad. Felt so sad I could not concentrate for a while working on Supreme Master TV. I could work, just not so enthusiastically like I should be.
Yes, Master.
Did you watch that film ever?
Yes, Master.
You did?
Yes.
The more human film or the cartoon?
Human.
Human.
Yes.
Both are very, very enchanting, yeah, to make you feel very nostalgic for freedom, at least physical and mental, in this world. That's what I call freedom in this world, for me. I was so sad for a while, and I could not feel the enthusiasm to work for the Supreme Master television show for a while, just a couple of days. But I still did, didn't I? Yeah.
Yes, Master.
You didn't miss anything, right?
No, Master.
No,
I
Master.
still did my job. But if I could, I would go immediately, even now.
Mm.
If I could just forsake my work,
Mm.
Mm.
my voluntary job, I would go to live that kind of life again.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes, Master.
Within humans, but not attached to humans, not connected too much.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
Not have anything to do with each other. They do their jobs, I live my life, things like that.
Mm.
I'm not like far away from it all, like like Heidi and her grandpa, but I'm so detached.
Yes, Master.
I live on top of the hill with a couple of next door mud houses. They're all mud houses, and only 3-4 rooms together. I live in one room. The other 3, sometimes I have people, sometimes not. And I was so happy. Even we live with each other and we slept together on top of the roof, but we are so very, I don't even know them. I know them when I went up and saw them there and we slept on the roof, yeah. Each one with a sleeping bag in a corner somewhere. But never had any, like a real connection or meeting, chatty, chitty, nothing.
Right.
Yes, Master.
I don't even know their names, where they come from. I never asked. Never asked what for they came there. I never asked. I never even asked anything. That's how simple life was for me, and I really love that type of life. It doesn't have to be the Himalayas. It could be somewhere else. Live a carefree life alone. I really miss that kind of life, those days. Any other questions? No, huh?
No, Master.
Okay. Then I say goodbye and God bless.
Thank you, Master.
Master. Thank you, Master.
Hope you enjoy the story
Yes, we do.
Very happy.
and reflect on it.
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
I wish I could read it more fluently because I had to translate and think at the same time. And I completely forgot the story. That's another trouble. I don't read very fluently, but it should be okay.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
It's the spirit, the moral of the story is not how I read it, right?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
You guys okay? Not too tired?
No,
We're
Master.
okay, Master.
I
Thank
mean,
you.
by work?
No, we're okay.
Okay, I'm manageable, huh?
Yes,
Yes,
Master.
Master.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
man, you're tough, no? You don't worry about
Testosterone.
it. Does feel good. On the contrary, if I'm too vexed to text, it might make trouble for me. It might spell trouble for me. Otherwise, you guys are tough. That's why I call you more often than the girls. I let them sleep. Because they work a lot already.
Yes, Master.
Just spare them a little bit, like spoil them a little. Let them rest more. Human bodies. The girls have weaker bodies than men, eh?
Yes,
You know that, right? Physically.
Yes, Master.
I don't know why. I guess men eat more when they were younger or something. Mother gave them more food or something. Or maybe girls didn't want to ruin their figure or something. Yeah, women are always weaker than men, eh?
Yes.
We call them the weaker sex, the weaker gender.
Yes.
Okay then. I need to continue my other work. You too.
Yes, Master.
Yes, Master.
I wish you all the best and God bless.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Master.
Master. God protect Master.
Thank you. Ciao.
Bye, Master.
The day before we wish tomorrow. There's lost horizon waiting to be found. There's lost horizon where the sounds of guns never found again.